In this video, I have another $1,000 challenge. This time it's going to be per month. Yes, for all you small ball players, I am going to use my kids' account and I'm going to generate $1,000 a month. I've already done it. My wife's challenged me. I want to share it with you, but I'm going to show you how you can join me on this journey. It's not going to cost you anything, so stick around. Now, if you don't want to hear about that challenge, around the 13-minute mark is a great cash secure put idea for you. It's a recent trade I did on pins, and I know you're going to like this one, so stick around. Let me show you my Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for another red-hot cover call video. Well, hey, look, today I have a treat for you. For all you small ball players, we have a new monthly challenge that I know you're going to like, so you want to stick around. I'm going to show you a new monthly challenge for myself that I want you to be a part of. Now, before we get there, we're going to talk about Alibaba, because in the last video, I talked about why I was putting skin in the game with Alibaba. Now, some things have changed, and I want to revisit that. I'm also going to show you a couple new total income trackers that I created for my kids, okay? And that's going to tie in to the new challenge. Let's go ahead and get to this. I hope you had a very happy holidays, and as we get into the new year, you know, we can really put 2020 behind us and have hopes and dreams that 2021 will get back to more normal. And for all of you, I just want to say thanks for supporting the channel, being a part of what's going to come in 2020. We got a lot of things happening. You want to stick around. Hey, look, hanging out with the world's best covered call writer is never a bad thing, right? Particularly if you want to generate real income. Income we put on the table, pay the bills, live the good life. That's what we do here. I don't sell you hopes and dreams. I show you my trades, we talk about them, so maybe you learn something. And when you come back every single week, it starts to sink in, right? You can read books, right? You can listen to podcasts, but when you see it every single week and you see how easy it can be, you buy in, you get more comfortable, you get your education, and then you're doing it. That's what I truly hope all of you will do, so you can have your success, take your financial future in your hands. Now, with that said, let's have a very safe and happy New Year's. And also remember, I always do my year in review video where I talk about my past year, and I'll tell you, this year has been my best, and I have some great stories that I want to share with you. Those are always some of my most popular videos, because we talk about things like what was my best trade, what stocks I traded the most. Just a very fun video. Look, let's go ahead and get to this. If you like anything you're hearing, I want you to subscribe to the channel. It's right there and it's free. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is this: I'm not getting to 120,000 like I thought I would. If all of my trades close in December like I think they will, I'll get close to about 115. $115,000 in covered call profits, whether it be stock appreciation and the premium I collect plus the dividends, or just the premium. I tell you, it's been a phenomenal year. This volatility in the stock market has really allowed selling premium players the ability to make some real profits this year. Absolutely love it. I believe 2021 is going to be much of the same. This is going to be a great time to sell premium, right? Cover calls, sell cash secure puts. So if this interests you, you really want to go back to my channel, watch some of my videos, go to YouTube and search how to write covered calls. Get your financial education so you can get in the game. For me, I love when I can use an investment strategy. One of the oldest option strategies of the three outcomes, we can win 2 of the 3. I love those odds. I feel like I'm the house selling to the risk takers. I've said that all along, and I've been playing that for 5 years. And for me, it's fun, and love the fact that we can put real money on the table, because when we sell that premium, they pay us immediately, and then we have to wait for the time frame or the expiration. It is the funnest investment strategy for me, and it's the most successful one, because remember, I was a failure when I tried to swing trade and day trade. Before we get to that new monthly challenge, I want to talk to you about Alibaba. So last week, I talked about how I felt Alibaba was undervalued based on its peers. A couple things have happened, and the big one is that China has come out and they've slapped an antitrust probe on Alibaba. That's a big problem because a lot of people believe Alibaba is just an extension of the government in that Alibaba can do no wrong, right? They have everything from Alibaba, Alipay. It's a huge enterprise. And in fact, it's bigger than most people think. In fact, their numbers are so big, they actually make more money than Apple and Amazon and Microsoft. It would blow your mind if you look at their revenues based on those trillion-dollar companies. And Alibaba, at the time I did this, was a $700 billion company. So for me, I was putting money towards Alibaba. I actually put skin in the game, and I had up to 300 shares. I really thought Alibaba was going to trade from 265, 270 and move back to 300. We get the news last week. The antitrust probe hit, has fallen all the way down to about 230, 225, 230, and it is getting kicked in the ribs. Here's the scary part about this. The Chinese government, when they slap an antitrust probe on any company, the restrictions and the fines are unbelievable. And Wall Street is scared. See, remember, Wall Street trades based on uncertainty. When they sell off Wall Street some 10%, usually it's because of uncertainty, whether it's what the Fed's going to do or the economy outlook for next year. They always trade on uncertainty. They sell off due to uncertainty. And because it's China, because it's the Chinese government, we just don't know. So they are literally playing hot potato and selling that sucker off. Right now, I'm not buying Alibaba. I'm sitting on my hands. I did sell 100 shares. Going to take that loss towards this year's taxes, but I am keeping 200 shares because I think as we get into next week, just like anything, Wall Street tends to forget and maybe Alibaba trades sideways, moves higher. But if this thing falls another $20 Monday morning, man, I think I'm just selling out completely. But if this thing can hold up, right, it can maintain this 225, 230 mark, it might get some support and drift higher until we find out what's going to happen. But right now, Alibaba is not in a good spot. And as you can see, I'm down some 18% on this trade. If you've been watching my videos, you know I have a 15% ripcord number. If I buy a stock and I'm going to use it for covered calls, usually if it falls 15%, man, I'm going to pull the ripcord, I'm going to lick my wounds, and we're going to move on. But if I elect to keep it, I'm in for the long haul. I'm in a tough spot right here, rock between a hard place. So we will see how this pans out. Again, I did sell 100 of my 300 shares. We're still holding 200 shares. Luckily, my cost basis around 255, 260. So I can work this right here, particularly if we get a little bit of a bounce. But I'm definitely not writing covered calls because we can get some news and this thing can pop. It's not FOMO, but I definitely don't want to be in a bad spot where I write a covered call with my strike price considerably less than my stock purchase price, and this thing pops. And then I find myself in a bad spot where I have to probably buy the option back, avoiding having my shares taken away. And that just adds cost basis. So right now, I'm sitting on my hands. Okay, here's the star of the show because this is exciting me. I was talking to my wife, and I love to talk to her about all the covered call profits I'm making, right? I mean, I'm sort of beating my chest, having fun with it because I've found success. I finally found success in the stock market. I bring it to you every week here, so I want you to subscribe to the channel and bang the like button because it motivates me to trade and come back and show you a trade so we could talk about it. Well, I talked to her, and she says to me, she says, look, could you do this for our kids' accounts? They have money in a brokerage account, but it's really just collecting big dividends from closed-end funds. And that was the plan. I wanted them to invest their money into closed-end funds, and we talk about how we build wealth with dividend income. Well, she sort of challenged me there. And although she says she didn't, I took it as a challenge. And when you challenge me and I'm all in, man, I'm going for it. So what I did last month, my youngest son has about $10,000. And I told him, look, we are going to write covered calls and we're going to try to generate with your $10,000, we're going to try to generate $1,000. $1,000 is sort of the number of the day because I'm currently doing my weekly $1,000 challenge for which I'm exceeding my goal by some $2,000 with that challenge. So I'm excited. I want to do this for my kids. So that's what I did. I'm going to show you my cost basis tracker for my youngest son and my daughter because I want to show you what I'm doing so I can get you motivated so you can get excited and maybe you'll join me on this new challenge. Now, the new challenge is simple. We're going to have to break some diversification rules. You can't have an account that just has $10,000 and try to generate $1,000 in covered call profits. You're just not going to be able to do that with diversification. So we're going to have to be buying stocks that are priced less than $70, $80, right? Because what we want to do is buy a $50, $60, $70 stock and then buy another stock that might be $20, $30, $40 and sell these covered calls where we can generate max profit selling at the money strikes. This is what I've done for my son and my daughter. I've been able to sell at the money strikes, been able to generate some real premiums. And that's the idea, right? When we set the goal, we execute on the goal. And even though for my son, I've bought some shares, we wrote some at the money strikes, and the stocks have jumped considerably, does not matter. Does not matter. We do not have FOMO. We do not care. We made max profit. We're going to move on. And that's exactly what we did. You know, that's a mindset you have to have. And I have it. Most people don't. Okay, most people, when they buy that stock at $50, they write that $55 cover call. It jumps to $80, they are kicking themselves. I don't do that, okay? I don't do that, and I have found success understanding that I make max profit, I get my money back, we move on. And so many times buying and holding and swing trading, I'll try to buy a stock and make a little bit of profit. I've lost. When I sell premium, tell you what, man, I generally do not lose. Now, with that said, we're going to have to break a golden rule of diversification because we're going to have to buy one stock, right? So you have to have your skill. You have to have the understanding that we're doing this. We have to use the golden rules minus that particular one. But more importantly, we have to have the mindset that we're going to be using stocks, writing at the money covered calls, generating big premiums. But we're going to do this every single month. Now I want to show you my son's total tracker from last month. Down here, these are closed trades. And as you can see, when DraftKings was trading around $37.65, went ahead and bought some shares. We wrote the $37.50. We sold the $37.50 near the money. We were able to pick up some $4.20 for that. Turns out we end up making $420 on the premium trade. We lose just a little bit of money on the stock purchase. Did not matter. That's $420 of the 1,000 in the bank, right? Then we went ahead and bought another 100 shares at $41.80 and sold the out of the money, just the one strike out of the money or near the money. We ended up picking up $4.13 for that. And then he had some workhorse shares. We went ahead and sold the one strike out of the money, ended up picking $2.20 for that. So his first month's total was over $1,000. Now all those shares went away and we did it again. Now as you can see, these are his current trades. And look, when I say $10,000, that's what we're going to work with. He has a little bit more than that. But do understand, we're working with $10,000. My daughter has $10,000. So for a fact, we're working with 10 grand there. But in his case, these are December's trades. We bought some workhorse shares again. We sold the covered call, got $1.75. I went ahead when Penn was trading at $71.70, sold the at the money, ended up picking up $6.30. Penn has since rallied to some 90, and of course DraftKings and Rocket Mortgage. So this is the idea. All these shares will probably go away. We're going to do it again for January. So the idea is with small ball accounts, right? You folks out there with about $10,000 or less, we're going to use these stocks that aren't priced as high. Generally, they're more volatile. Okay, they're not risky. They're more volatile, so we can get higher premiums. We're going to trade this in a 30-day window, so we have enough time to work a trade if it goes south on us. Again, remember, of the 3 possible outcomes, we win 2 of them. The third one, we still own the stock. We can work our way out of that. Again, I want you to be a part of it. I'm going to offer you something at the end here. I want you to join me. Now, real quick, this is my daughter's new total income tracker because she just started it in December. As you can see, we went ahead and bought 100 shares of Workhorse, also DraftKings. We ended up getting about $800 in premium for these trades. So we're going to try to make $1,000, but if we can get anywhere between $800 and $1,000 month over month, I mean, we're killing the stock market, making some 10% monthly. And what we're going to do is we're going to work it. We're going to get our skill. So as we get better at this, we have more opportunities for success. Now, earlier in the video, I told you that you're going to have an opportunity to join me on this journey. What I want you to do is go back to my website, cptdashboard.com. I want you to click on free CTP Dashboard and give me your email address. We're going to be working from the free CTP Dashboard during this journey, this $1,000 a month challenge for all these small ball players. Anybody can do this. I need your email address because we're going to be sending out some communications, right? I'm going to be sending out my ideas, what I'm going to be doing. All of my premium members are going to be a part of this as well. But if you want to follow me on this journey of trying to make $1,000 a month, I want you to be a part of it, okay? Go back to ctpdashboard.com. Just give me your email address. I don't spam you. I won't try to sell you nothing. Look, I want you to get off the bench, get in the game so you could have the kind of success we're all having. 2021 is the year. We're going to have a $1,000 a month challenge, $1,000 week challenge, and we're going to be doing tons of poor man's covered call trades. A lot of people love the poor man's covered call because you don't need that much capital. That folds right into the small ball account. And guess what? I have set that up for my kids so their accounts can trade the poor man's covered call. You want to be a part of it? Go back to cptdashboard.com, click free CPT Dashboard, just give me your email. And hey, if you've never seen the free CTP Dashboard, check it out. Now let's go to a pins trade I want to talk about because I want to give a lot of you that want to do the wheel an idea. I'm using the cash secure put to knock down serious profits. We're going to talk about a recent cash secure put I did. I called it doing a wheel, but the reality is I did it just trying to collect some fat premium, knowing that pins would go higher. I used Pinterest earlier in the year for a wheel trade. I was assigned the shares and I wrote a covered call. Of course, pins rocketed higher. And to be honest with you, I knew it was. I mean, I think pins doubles in 2021, but all we care about right now is the 30-day trade. So for me, I'm watching pins, and sure enough, pins starts to act like it did earlier when I first introduced pins to the channel. If you remember, back when it was trading sideways, when it got that 30% bump on earnings, it was trading sideways. And I noticed that. And I went ahead and I did a cash secure put at the money, hoping to get the shares. I was assigned the shares because it was trading sideways. It was in this great pattern. Well, now let's fast forward and take a look at where pins is at. I wanted to use a cash secure put to just generate some fat premium and never be assigned the shares because the chart is acting identical as to when it was then. Now, how I love to play the cash secure put for some cash secure put crumbs where I really don't want to be assigned the shares. Hey, look, this is a game for me. What I love to do is find support. I'll find support and then I'll dial it down a couple notches. If support is, say, 68, what I love to do is then sell the 67 cash secure put. Now, if pins trades down to 68 and I'm assigned the shares, I feel like I'm being assigned the shares with no fluff, right? And there's more chances of it going higher than lower. Now, with that said, stocks can fall off the table like Alibaba did just this week. So there's always risk reward. But when I write my cash secure puts, I always love dialing it down a couple notches below support because I figure at support, Wall Street's going to buy it back. And sure enough, this is the support line for pins right here. It's been dancing this line for what seems to be a month. This thing is consolidating where Wall Street is buying and selling, but there's not much selling, right? And that's the key. They haven't had any nasty news. This thing is consolidating. I kind of think of it like a rubber band winding, right? Remember those airplanes? You'd wind up that rubber band. At a certain point, there might be some news that pops it higher or lower, like Alibaba. That's exactly what happened with Alibaba. It was winding up. Those Keltner channels were winding up, consolidating, and bang, fell some 30 points. Well, with pins not really having any competition, them monetizing their site, profits are exploding. I think this is winding up for an upward move. So what I want to do is find support, sell the cash secure put under it. Chances are I'll just collect that fat premium, never be assigned to shares. And if it doesn't happen, that's fine too. I keep the premium, we move on. That was the play with pins. Now, I want to show you on the chart what's happening because it has done exactly what I said it would do. Now, look, pins is moving much higher. Yeah, it was down $1.95 last week, but this thing has steadily moved higher. And as you can see, it stays above that Keltner channel mid. So I'm able to use that midline as my support line, right? So what I'm going to do is sell that cash secure put under. And that's exactly what I did a couple weeks ago. When it was trading right here around 69x, I was able to drop in a 68x and I got some hella premium. Now, I never expect to get the shares in this situation. And sure enough, I banked it right, because PINS has traded sideways for the most part, and it is not finding itself anywhere near 68. Even with Friday's sell-off being almost 3%, this is some 3 points higher with about one more week of trading. So I'm feeling pretty good that if the markets trade sideways to higher, I'll keep that premium, won't be assigned the shares. I can use that money that I set to the side, right? Cash secure put is you have to put up the shares. In this case, it was $68 per share. I did it on 300 shares. I had to set that money to the side. They paid me that fat premium. I get the money up front. I keep the premium. And if I'm not assigned the shares at 68, meaning the stock finishes at expiration below 68, well, I get my money back. We can move on. And that's how I love to play the cash secure put when I'm playing crumbs. When I just want to collect some crumbs, I find a great stock. I find that support level, and I usually try to pick a strike below the support, not too far down, because I'm not going to get many crumbs, but if I bring it a couple notches down, I'm able to collect some 3 and 4 and 5% in a 30-day window. And hey, that's the wheelhouse for a great cash secure put. Look, if any of that interests you and you want to be a part of a like-minded community, go back to cptdashboard.com, click Upgraded CPT Dashboard. See if any of that interests you, because I got a 1 free month offer over there for you. Now, again, if you want to be a part of the 1 month, $1,000 challenge, go back to my website. I want you to click free dashboard, and I want you to give me your email. You're going to be a part of my email list for that challenge as I do this. Hey, 2021 is all about me helping my kids. And to be honest with you, if I could take $10,000, generate $1,000 a month, yeah, I know that sounds wacky that I would be doubling my kids' money by October, November, but hey, that's what we do. I showed you in this video how I've already done it with my son. November was $1,000, December was $1,000, and for my daughter, she's already made $800. Once you learn this strategy, you will have success. That's why I want you to get your financial education, watch the videos, get off the bench, make 2021 your year, taking your financial future in your hands. Hey, look, I'm going to leave it there. If you liked anything you heard or you want to be a part of the channel, because I'm going to be talking about all these things, the $1,000 month challenge, the $1,000 week challenge, and all the other things I do here, knocking it down, I need you to subscribe to the channel. It's right there and it's free. And hey, look, if you like this video, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. And Facebook, cptdashboard.com, follow my page. Hey, look, be safe, be healthy. Most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.